Oh, he triggered Sephiroth. His creatures
Oh, that's so sick for us.
Dumb.
Oh, they concede.
Greetings, Goblins and Geist.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Blake.
And welcome to The Cloudpost, where we have new Magic the Gathering arena videos every Friday. The Cloudpost is still non-profit, so we ask that you subscribe so that more people can see it.
That's right, the Cloudpost does not pay for advertising, so please like and share the video with your friends. It really helps grow the community. We thank you for that.
Without further ado, we're going to take creatures, sacrifice them, and hopefully leverage it to win the game. Welcome in to the Deck Tech here at the Cloudpost, where now, 2 weeks in a row, we are bringing you a beautiful 3-color deck. And today, we are back sacrificing fodder.
We are back with Sephiroth! I had to do it. Sephiroth's awesome. Everybody's been playing Sephiroth, and I think this is probably the best shell in Standard for it. I don't know, if you can convince me that there's a better shell, you tell me, you show me what it is, because I don't think there is.
Show us in the comments, but this has proven very strong in testing, and we are just crushing the ranked ladder with this.
I will say this. If you do have a better deck, I might play it. We might play it.
Oh, yeah.
But with Sephiroth being the absolute crazy card that it is, we went back to the last Aristocrat shell that I kind of put together.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned that Stadium Headliner is an absolute beast of a card, and I was torn. I really wanted to play just black-white Sephiroth, and I'm like, I can't come to my senses and play black-white, because I have to have red. I mean, I guess coming to my senses would be playing red.
Stadium Headliner's too good. Too good. We keep playing with it. It's everything that you need, as in it makes tokens, so it makes fodder. It's you get to play it on turn 1 and pressure your opponent, and it's a removal spell.
Yeah,
it's
auto-sacrificed with a... whatever you call this, mobilize.
Yeah, the mobilize mechanic is just super pushed with all of these, like, die triggers.
Very true. We're gonna walk you through the 1-drops. We're gonna walk you through the whole deck, really, if you don't know the deck. So stick around for this. But here we go.
We have Desperate Measures, and Blake is, went back and forth on this card. I think I'm higher than Blake on this card. As we, before we record at this moment. In my testing, ramping up to this recording, I have been just a fan of it. I like this type of effect in decks where you have, little trash creatures to just throw around and leverage.
It is a cool card. I put it in because I'm like, you rarely ever do you get it to be like a pump spell for combat. It really is just when your creature dies, draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Very rarely does it ever do anything else. But drawing 2 cards off of your creature sacking is amazing. So, good card overall. If they target your creature with some kind of removal, you can just sack it. That's kind of what it's for. It's really, you don't really do it often unless you're really desperate, or if your creature's just going to die anyways. Yep.
These next 2 cards are just, the cards you have to have in a deck like this. They're setup pieces. We have 4 of the Infestation Sage, which the point of this is it is a 2-for-1. It's a creature, and then if you end up sacking it, it replaces itself. And in fact,
itself is better.
Yeah, it gets upgraded in this case because it turns into a flyer.
Yeah, flying is huge. Having a little bit of evasion, you really do have to count up every bit of damage you have to deal.
Yes.
So flying and evasion is good.
And then Nezumi Linkbreaker is in the similar vein. Blake's got 2 of them in this list rather than 4, but this ends up being 10 1-drop creatures.
Yeah.
But this also replaces itself with a creature that is better on the backside.
Yeah, I was torn when I put when I put the list together. I had a bunch of these. I think I had 12 1-drops, and then the deck felt a little bit more clunky with just a bunch of dirtle creatures, which is not what you want to do. You really do want to have like a powerful set of plays, like one good creature on turn 1, a good creature on turn 2, and then like a very powerful effect on turn 3.
Yeah,
but
you want that curve and that sequence, and you need the payoffs.
Very true.
Because if you're just playing a deck with things like Nezumi Linkbreaker and just going wide, and you don't do anything that kind of pushes it over the top or increases the value, then you're dirtling.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything relevant.
You really want to have your creatures actually have some ability. And another card you can consider running if you want to is that the white robot. Can't remember the name of it. He starts your engines, and he makes just another 1/1.
Yeah, starts your engines and gets this. It's like a servo type thing.
Yeah, but he's honestly one of the reverse creatures, where it's the creature that you start with is better than the sack. These are better in this kind of build because they die and they're better on the backside.
Right.
So, just something to think about.
And we talked about Stadium Headliner, but absolutely, this is one of the reasons to play red. We have another very impactful red card later in the deck that is a 3-drop, but we have toyed around with it. You could just play Orzhov, but you're really missing out with this card if you don't play it.
It is absolutely incredible, and if you don't trust me, play the deck and find out for yourself, because I was skeptical at first too. I was like, it's an okay 1-drop. And now you play it and you're like, oh my god, it's a removal spell.
Yeah.
And you can recur it. It's so good.
I mean, it's so easy with this to blow up like an opposing opponent's Shealdred, or, I mean, even like a 6 toughness creature, because we go so wide.
You do go quite wide with it, and it makes itself be able to do it at least for 1 no matter what.
Yes.
Very, very cool. And you can do it at any time. So you can swing and then wait till their turn, and at the end of their turn, crack it. It's up to you how you want to use this card, but you can get very techie with it.
Indeed. And we have a couple of Torch the Towers. This is a perfect list for that. 2 of these in the main, because we like to sacrifice things, and Bargain is a built-in sacrifice.
Yeah, and you make a ton of tokens, so it's too easy.
Too easy. Voice of Victory is also a front runner for one of the most powerful cards in the whole deck.
Yeah, I think it's so hard to choose like one of the colors over the other, because with red you have Stadium, with white you have Voice. Like, I don't know. I think you have to have both, but Voice of Victory is awesome. One of the best cards in Standard right now. Honestly, it's finding its way into Modern decks too, so. Yeah,
this is just a super powerful effect, saying that your opponents can't play on your turn, essentially. And then this is a 1/3 that swings essentially as a 3/3, and really even better than that, because you can't just chump block it. This is dispersing the damage, but once again, Mobilize is going to be really strong in a strategy like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's extremely powerful in this particular list because they sacrifice themselves, and it's 2, and they trigger our Sephiroth, which you'll see later on.
Oh, yeah. So Vengeful Blood Witch is a key piece as well. The creature that this harkens back to for older players is Blood Artist.
Yep.
But this is a functional upgrade because it is the same mana cost, and it actually is a 1/1 rather than a 0/1. But the point is, whenever this or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses a life and you gain a life.
Yeah.
I guess
only your creature, so
it's only your creature, so it is different than Blood Artist that way.
It's nice to have 1 power.
Yeah. So Bartolome is a very interesting creature. This is a little bit older for Standard at this point, but this is the only infinite sack outlet we have.
Yes. By that we mean you can sacrifice any number of things at any time, because there's no
limitation.
There's no limitation to Bartolome other than that he's a legendary creature.
Yep, and you can't sacrifice Bartolome to himself. But yeah, if you had a board of 4 creatures out and you wanted to just sack all 4 of them with this, you can do it.
Yep, certainly can. And speaking of other payoff cards, Alasso Core is kind of like another Blood Artist, but also gains you some life against the aggro decks where anything you play has an ETB of gaining you a life.
This does end up letting you race the aggro decks very effectively. If you have the Sadistic Pilgrim out and you have, say, a Stadium Headliner and a Voice of Victory, you're gaining like 3 life a turn just by going to combat.
Yep, and along with this card being absolutely bonkers, it also has Death Touch.
It has Death Touch, so what does that mean? It can trade up. So you have some big dumb idiot on your opposing battlefield, and as long as it doesn't fly, this can trade up. So really cool. I have also been a big fan, Blake, of Zahur Glory's Past.
Yes.
I think this is one of my, I guess, like pet cards of the deck. I just think it's fun to play with. But it is, Start Your Engines card. And it is a limited sack outlet, but you can only activate it once per turn. But you can sack creatures to surveil. And then once you're max speed, you really start getting paid off because you start getting 2/2 zombie tokens.
Yeah, so take a double look at this card, because it says max speed whenever a non-token creature you control dies.
Oh yeah.
It's not just sack that creature anymore, it's when it dies. So you could just block.
Yeah.
Dies, make a 2/2.
Yeah.
It replaces all of your creatures that are already good at making tokens.
And in fact, when Zahur itself dies, you still get that 2/2.
Yep, that just becomes part of its ability. And the Surveil is no joke, because you sometimes do need to fix your mana, and it really helps you get there, especially on like turn 2 or 3. Very, very cool card.
Yeah.
And it is, you want to have multiple sack outlets in the deck, because Bartolome is not enough.
Right. Yeah, so this is in that vein. Now we've got the heavy hitters. We have a 1-of Dewdrop Cure. This is such a sick card, man. We've played this on the channel multiple times in like little aggro decks like this, but this is just a cool, like, this is a reanimation spell.
It is.
It just, you know, you get 2 drops back and just keep the fun times rolling.
It is perfect for this build. You have so many, like, the deck is basically set up of 2 drops and 1 drops that are all just dirtle creatures that do stuff together, and this helps you get there with it. Also, if your opponent's playing any kind of a removal, it's an amazing card, which is why there's more of them in the sideboard, and we'll tell you about that in a second. But we also talked about Big Daddy of the format, Sephiroth. This is the one you came to see. Everybody knows what he does at this point, right? He's a big sack outlet creature. Unfortunately, he isn't infinite sacking like Bartolome, but however, he's so easy to flip. He's so easy to flip.
Yeah.
You hear me? He's so easy to flip.
You think it's not easy? We're going to show you how easy it is.
We're going to show you how easy it is. We're going to make it happen. Sephiroth is awesome, and if you do get him to flip, you get the emblem, which can kind of just end the game, because even if your opponent's playing control, the emblem is still going to be there. And you can kind of reliably play your 1-drop, let it die 1 damage, let another token die 1 damage, and then it usually gets to the end of your opponent's life. He's also just so good by himself being another Blood Artist-like effect.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Even if this never flips, if you keep it on the front human side, it is a 3/3 of that effect that's going to stack with the Blood Witch and the Sadistic Pilgrim.
Yes.
But, you know, if you haven't been going around getting to the One-Winged Angel, you need to, because it's a lot of fun. You have a 5/5 flyer for 3 mana. And
get the emblem for 1. Also, this card's just so good as a draw engine. For every turn, you can sack a creature and draw a card.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And the Angel version, you can sack any number.
Yes, yeah. If you actually do get to flip it, it's just the nuts.
Yeah. So we have another awesome payoff, and this is what we were saying is another really, really strong reason to play red.
Yeah, this might actually, which is crazy to say this, but I like Alicia more than Sephiroth most of the time. Mainly because you'll play like a 1-drop, you'll swing, play a 2-drop, they'll kill your 2-drop. Play your 3-drop, swing your 1-drop, or swing the token insect that it made after it died, and then you get to trigger Alicia's raid. Doesn't matter if she swung or not. It just matters that you swung with a creature. Then you get to bring back any of these cool cats, and then the next turn you're going to swing with Alicia. She'll get a +1/+1 counter on her, and then you can bring
get to
back
keep
any
doing
of these guys as well.
Right.
Just all of it. It's all good.
It's all good.
And I honestly have been tempted to run a 4th Alicia, but I don't think running 4 of her is necessary.
Yeah, there's a lot of legendary creatures in this deck, so you do have to kind of balance that. But without further ado, let's talk about this mana base and then the sideboard. So this mana base is pretty sweet.
A little awkward, though. I will say, we kind of tested it and finally came to a conclusion on it being, I think this might be the best version of it.
Yeah, so we were playing, we're playing fast lands and pain lands. Only. And so for those of you new to the channel, new to Magic, etc., what do we mean fast lands? It's these type of lands that if you control more than 3 lands, then they will come in tapped.
Yes.
A new one of those is Starting Town, which is sort of a combination of both. It's like a City of Brass type thing, which is pay a life, make any color of mana. And at first, Blake only played one of these, and we were playing more of like the Sulphurous Springs and Caves of Quelos.
But we had to mulligan so many times where it was like, wow, we really just need those lands to be whatever color we want.
Yeah.
And then Starting Town is just that perfect thing.
Yeah. So the fixing has been good now.
Yeah, you may be worried about the pain you take from these cards, but don't worry, because you gain so much of it back with Vengeful Blood Witch, Sephiroth, Elasso Core. Like, you have a ton of life gain in the deck. You will stabilize.
Yeah, I have found that to be completely true. So this is really cool. So you're playing max of your fast lands, which gives you 12. This is 16, 2 pain lands, and then we have a cool effect land, and I lobbied for us to play 2 of these. Blake started with 1, but I'm just really impressed with Reactor Raid. And we are also huge proponents on this channel of modal double face cards. Yes. If you have a card that is a single card that you can draw, and there's 2 sides of it, 2 things that it does, it's very strong. And this one is huge, because on 3 mana, if you just Reactor Raid away a stupid, Sage here, you get a bug, you draw 2 cards, and you make this as your land drop on turn 4. It's just like so sweet.
It is extremely powerful as a land, even though it does come in tapped. It's just one of those things where we're like, okay, well, we don't run a ton of 3-drops, right? So we have 8 payoffs for 3-drops.
Yeah.
And if we don't have any of them in our hand, which is possible, we can Midgar, hopefully.
Yep. And this again, it's flexible. It's like if you don't need to Reactor Raid on turn 3 and you have to just play this as a land, it's okay.
It is.
So let's talk about this sideboard. We've cultivated this for you as well. You got Duress,
Duress is a great card against the control matchups. In my experience with this, you want to have like the earliest ability to get the counter spells out of their hand or the removal spell, and then just go with your traditional game plan.
Yep. Pretty obvious, but pretty necessary.
Yeah.
You can go up to 4 Torch the Tower.
You can, and you most certainly will against the aggro decks.
Yep. 2 Ghost Vacuums out of flexibility, respect for graveyard shenanigans.
The Omniscience deck is certainly out there still. As much as I don't see it often. It has a pretty good win percentage right now and is doing very well in the meta, but I don't see it personally that often. Ghost Vacuum is amazing against it, but sometimes you can just beat the deck with just racing it. So
sure,
that's what I mean. In my 3 games I think I played against it, I've used Ghost Vacuum once effectively, and I just won out because of aggro.
Yeah, just like clock.
Yeah.
Speaking of clock, if you want to keep your opponent in check, we also have some Elspeth Smites. Definitely a fan of this choice in the 75.
Yeah, when you're playing against the hyper aggro decks like the mice, you've got to run all 4 torches and then 2 Elspeth Smites.
And we shouted it out, but we can go to 3 Dewdrop Cures.
Board wipes are certainly a thing, and one of the things you can do in the meta, I mean, obviously everybody knows, hey, your deck's going to die to Temp Lockdown. Well, if you're lucky enough to have sack outlets on the field,
right,
you probably at least have one, so maybe Zahur, maybe just Bartolome, or maybe you can just sack your own stadium headliner. At least you can get stuff to the graveyard, even if Temp Lockdown hits, sack your things before it resolves, bring things back with Dewdrop Cure. If you're lucky enough, you can get multiple things back.
Yep. And Urbrask's Forge seems obvious, but it certainly is. It's certainly great for a deck like this.
So this is one of the cards I'm the most torn on because I want more of them. Anytime I play against control, this takes the game over. Like, no questions asked. It's always extremely powerful, and it has been for years now. It's crazy to say that.
It really has, yeah.
It has taken over the game for years in the sideboards. It is amazing in this particular deck because you can sack the tokens after they swing. They have trample, so they push through the extra damage. Honestly, if you can stick this against your control opponent, you're probably going to win the game, especially if you get it on turn 3.
Yeah, they have to remove it. They have to have something like a Braid or something.
And they're traditionally not prepared for artifacts because the deck doesn't really run any.
Right.
So the only other thing I would consider, if you don't want to run Dewdrop Cure, run more of these.
True, yeah. True. And the last one is a really cool techie one that I've been enjoying and testing, which is Ruthless Lawbringer. This is a cool, like, Vindicate style creature.
Yes, I wish it did say blow up any land or any permanent, but it's sack a creature or sack any other creature, blow up target non-land permanent, which is, well, anything you want, really.
Yeah. So where I've been finding it useful in testing is I'm running into a lot of demons lists, I'm running into a lot of Unholy Annex, and this is essentially your flexible answer for that, because notably we're not playing Get Lost. But there's only so many slots that you can do. There's, you got to make sacrifices somewhere. But this one is great because it's literally slotted in for your strategy, and it does what you need it to do.
That's exactly right, Jake. With that being said, guys, check out the games.
Welcome, New Madrid, to the Cloudpost. Shouts to you. This hand looks strong.
It does look strong. Let's keep it.
And this is what I kind of want to see, where we will probably draw a third land before we have to use this.
Being able to sack Infestation Mage or even better, a voice token to Midgar would be awesome. Or even Sephiroth. I'm fine with having 2 because usually he just dies.
Yeah, they're going to kill it. But we're here to get the one-winged angel.
Yeah, he draws.
See, we're going to draw the land anyway, so this is a great spell now.
Yep.
All right.
We play that voice and force him to kill our creature or not.
They choose nothing.
You didn't do it.
They get nothing. All right.
Whoa,
wow, humans?
What is happening?
What a throwback.
Yo, advantage.
Well, we'll do that.
Yep.
And I guess we just do the plan, right?
Sack the Sage. Let's roll. Sage be sacked. Draw a card.
Get a bug. Get a Blood Witch. Swing the 1/3. You take damage anyway.
Don't matter. 2.
All right.
3.
I mean, we're on a roll. We can draw some cards, or we can do this. I guess if we draw 2 2-drops, we can do this plus something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
Make them feel bad about it. Oh goodness.
Okay.
I think we go double creature here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then next turn this will flip.
Yep.
Just by
playing.
So we
can swing.
Mm-hmm. We should have played this first though.
Oh, true. That's my bad.
It's alright. But every point counts in this deck.
You're damn right.
Counts.
You are damn right. It would have been an extra point. Bang.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, they have to do something very significant this turn because
it's nearly death.
Yeah.
That is not.
Okay.
That's
a cool creature, but
it had lifelink, then sure.
Right.
It does not. I think you can just play the Black Leaf Cliff here.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I think we still just Sephiroth.
Yeah, 1000%.
Do we do it pre though and do this? I don't think we have to. I think we want this. Well, it's just gonna get blocked here.
Yeah.
So we play it. Yeah, we play it. Because also we could draw a.
Another Sephiroth.
I was gonna say we could draw towards the tower.
Well,
and hit this.
I didn't mean to hit the Blood Witch. Well, I guess it's fine.
It's fine. I mean. Because they're dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah. Game 1. All right.
That was crazy.
I mean, yeah, the voice is strong. So we're against some weird Orzhov humans.
Yeah, it's a strange deck.
So affinity for planeswalkers, flying vigilance. Okay, it's getting the buff because of the Vanguard. So it's actually a 2/4, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
2/4 flying vigilance.
Yeah, 2/4 flying vigilance whenever an opponent attacks.
If it attacks planeswalkers, they lose 3 life.
Yeah.
And they draw a card.
Okay.
Obviously, if it's a creature deck, Torch is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So we can probably drop out the Desperate Measures. Honestly, I don't really know what more to do.
I like Ruthless Lawbringer. There's an inclination.
We can drop like a Sephiroth for it. And maybe do drop Cure. Honestly, I don't think they're going to be pushing heavy on removal.
Yeah, I think I like leaving the 1/of in. I'd be more inclined to trim like one of our 2 drops just to have these because we don't know what they're going to have.
Would you be okay with dropping a Midgar?
Yeah, I could see that.
There you go.
It's kind of like the same thing. These are like value spells, and I don't want to go down too many of them. When I've been testing the deck, I've been leaving these in just as like make sure I refill my hand.
Yeah.
But we don't know what they're doing. This card could be good against them too, but I'm fine with starting like this.
Yeah, I just don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, that's also what I find hard with this deck is how many cards of your game plan can you take out?
Yeah, I don't ever like taking out my sack engines. I might take out ones of her at max.
Well, we can keep this hand.
Yeah. Let's roll with it.
I've been really enjoying this card. We played it in the last time we tried brewing this. Oh, he's a Cecil. This makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, it's a human.
It makes a lot more sense now. All right. Well, I think you still want to leave with that. Okay.
Yeah.
When will this be tapped?
It's just like the other lands.
Okay. All right. So they are very aggressive this time now. But I think we start our engines.
Yeah. Well, do we swing?
Probably not.
Yeah, play it.
But I do like playing a 3/2.
Yeah, we can actually block with this 3/2. Pass it up. We will have to kill Cecil eventually, I think. We can't let him flip.
Right. Because the lifelink alone is a problem.
Yeah. If he swings it, I think we block this to her.
I'm fine with that trade. Not only do we have a second one, but we have a lot more things going on in our hand.
Oh, we
so he's probably he's probably gonna.
Yep. Let it in.
Oh,
cancel that. Yeah. There we go. You take 2. You take 3. To Cecil.
And then they're gonna pay a life and draw a card.
Yep. All right.
All right. That's not a bad one to draw too.
Yeah, starting counted up. Because now they're gonna come in untapped. So now the question is, do we just kill our stadium headliner?
For this?
No, for Sephiroth is the question, but maybe not.
Oh, we could.
I think we...
Next turn we can double spell.
Yeah.
In some combination.
I think we do play Sephiroth here. I think we swing first, though.
Yeah, and...
At least get 1 damage in.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we just sack the token.
Yeah. He might not block. He wants to keep Gix around. He might think, oh, tricks. Because we kind of do run some tricks. But...
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Pay a life.
Sephiroth.
All right.
Draw a card. Oh,
not a bad one. Not a bad one.
Not at all.
So.
Gix isn't a human, by the way.
Yep. Praetor. But it is legendary, and they have Plaza of Heroes.
They do have Plaza of Heroes. It's 1 in tap.
3.
Oh, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Exact fair. Legendary.
Okay.
Legendary. Nope.
Do we trade?
No. They have so much more left game than they do. Because of the Sephi.
Yeah.
There's Atomic. Alright. Gave up. I think we played... I think we played Voice here because we need to be able to swing with it next turn. And...
This blocks.
I'm thinking... plays a her. No, I think we played Bartolome.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to play one of the 2 sack engines this turn.
Play Bartolome. Because I want to be able to swing with it comfortably. And make it so he can't comfortably swing at us. So
we can't attack. Yeah, I think we may have to put in the Elspeth Smites, though.
Maybe
like,
so. I didn't see this much aggression at first, right?
Yeah. I had a feeling, but I mean, yeah, we didn't know. Oh, that's brutal right now.
But it also kills a lot of his creatures, so I guess we just sack the Voice.
So yeah, we sack the Voice here.
Yep.
Drain. This goes to 3, so it doesn't get swept by the effect, the first effect, but now we can let it resolve. And then we sack Bartolome.
Yeah. Oh, he triggered Sephiroth.
Oh, that's so sick for us.
Dumb.
Oh, they concede.
That's gold.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, they triggered Sephiroth.
That's insane. Well, our opponent flipped Sephiroth for us, so...
That they did. When I saw them use the Gix's command, I was like, wait a second. That's killing their own things here.
I'm used to that not working out. Normally your opponent casts that, and it's like, this is very bad for us. And that's how I felt. But, you know, we had cool plays because we just sacked our 1 creature, made it to where we got to choose Bartolome, and then, yeah.
I think they could have chosen better with the Gix's command. They could have given a creature +2, +2/+2, and then lifelink.
Sure.
Which would have been huge that turn. Especially if they gave it to the flyer.
Yeah, especially since they had 2 of their creatures dying to the power 2 or less thing.
Yeah.
Then they probably just should have made us sack our biggest thing and then do the lifelink thing.
I actually think you can, if you can split the counters up, then they should have been like, okay, well, split the counters up on our own creatures, make sure they don't die, and then kill one of the biggest thing we have. So that would have been a better choice. But either way, I do think we had that game in the bag.
We had a longer...
We had so many... Yeah. Like, just all the pain from all our things. We had 2 Vengeful Blood Witches in our hand. And then the Sephiroth on the field. And
a Zahur in our hand.
So if we had just taken the damage that turn and then played our creatures out and swung...
With Voice.
And let everything die.
Yeah, it would have been like gaining 6 life or
dealing
more.
A ton of damage, yeah. But that's how it goes.
So, yeah, this deck's super grindy and fun, and you just got to count every point, and we're going to do it again.
This is some BS.
This is the weakness of our deck.
Yeah,
we will mulligan.
We mulligan.
Yeah. Okay, we can keep this.
That's better.
This is better. This is actually really not even a bad hand.
It's not. I don't like having this land.
I think we put the springs away.
Midgar makes it a little better, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is very intriguing.
Yeah, I agree with you. Bye-bye, springs.
And, in fact, having this with this is good, too.
True.
All right, we got the mirror.
Uh-oh.
We got the mirror.
I also don't like their choice of lands, but hey, you know, maybe not. Maybe it's just the Rakdos deck. Lift up, man. Show them what we got going on. Show them our Sage.
We'll raise you 1. We have to control it.
We can still kill theirs.
We can.
Double. They kept a 1-lander?
Oh, they kept a 1-lander?
Why did they not swing? Alright, well.
Sure, we're just going to voice now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
We don't swing. We just stare at their sages.
Yeah.
They have a little chat. That's where it's at.
This is a gathering of the sages.
Oh my god, they kept a 1-land hand. Come on, man.
Well, now I think we just either draw cards to hit a land or we play Bartolome. I'm inclined to hold out on this.
Agreed. Agreed.
We're ahead.
We swing.
Absolutely, we swing. Sure.
Alright, now we sack a guy.
Sack one of these, right?
Yep. Maybe we'll find a land.
If not, then I guess we do play tap land. But I think this is worth it.
There it is.
There it is. Nice.
And now we play that.
So worth it.
Play Bartolome. Yeah, play Bartolome. And then we sack away the other guy.
Yep. Bam.
Starting off strong.
Cooking with gas or grease or a combination. Either way, we're in a really good spot. Oh, that's a good one.
It's Rakdos.
That's a good one.
Cool. I don't think they're running white. They get a treasure token.
Mm-hmm. Not bad. They could have a lot of things. They could have towards the tower. Yeah. Not worth to sack anything to it. I mean, we could sack because
no, we got another one. We got another one.
Yeah.
We're good. We only sacked one thing to it, and it's just going to do the same next turn.
Mm-hmm.
If only you could sack itself. It'd be crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we play Vantage.
Yep.
On this note, I think we swing with
have
voice.
many options. Probably Sephiroth, though.
No, we swing with voice.
Mm-hmm.
Swing out. See what they do.
Yeah, because we may want to play this instead.
Yep.
That's if they triple block.
They do.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we want to kill this.
I do too, so pull it.
Oh.
Alright, and now we play Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back the voice.
Yeah.
But, God, this deck is annoying. I love it. I love it. So cool.
Our opponent is dirtling.
They're kind of hating on the mana they got right there.
Mm-hmm. Which, especially if they're two color, it's even more insulting.
Yeah,
but you know what? Maybe they should have mulliganed. Yeah, they should have mulliganed. We mulliganed.
You did.
That's what you got to do. And in fact, I'm glad because I was testing this deck a bunch and having to mulligan to 5 a lot. Yeah. So I was happy we got a usable 6.
We did switch it up a little bit, add another land or another Midgar, which made it a little bit more convenient. Plus, starting towns are huge. Now, that's a sad time, but at least we got our value from it. All right.
And there's another one.
Jeez, that's just
we have so many good plays, honestly. Like, if we did this second main phase into another land, then we could play a 2-drop as well.
I think we're on swing.
You know, or just
Sephiroth here.
So should we? Okay, we swing. We swing first, yeah.
Now we just play that guy.
Sack a token.
Yep.
Draw a card. Trigger.
Token dies.
And you lose a life again. Play a land. You lose a life again.
Yay!
This would be this deck in paper. You would have to be on point, you know.
Yeah, you can't miss plays.
There's so many triggers. All right, so we're against the mirror in some regards.
Yeah, it's some kind of Rakdos Sacrifice build.
It's definitely You don't play this without trying to get value. Like they're playing this.
Yeah, and Charming Scoundrel they have a few more like removal spells for us. So I think Forge is actually good against them.
Okay, just for sustainability. I like torches and smites.
They're both very good against them. So,
Torch at least.
Yeah, I think Desperate Measures alone comes out here.
Okay.
Because we're not trying to race them like that. I think Dewdrop Cure is good.
Yeah, I like the 1-up. We could trim it when we bring in the Forge, though, but...
I think we can drop... Yeah, drop the Dewdrop Cure. And I think we can drop one of our 2-drops. Maybe Zahur.
I'd be more inclined to drop one of these 4-ups.
I'd say drop a Bartolome.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily love dropping him because he is like the infinite sack outlet kind of thing. But no, I'm fine with this.
He's legendary. Do you want these?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think we continue playing the aggressive plan here.
Okay.
I don't want to take out more creatures.
Yeah, I could go both ways with it because I believe they're going to have their own Sephiroth, and so
I don't know. They might not be. That's the thing I'm questioning because there's other decks that are
this hand looks great.
Just Rakdos Sacrifice. They don't run Sephiroths. They might, but it sacrifices enchantments and things, and Sephiroth doesn't care about those. He only cares about creatures. And Charming Scoundrel tells me that is maybe the other deck.
Okay.
Hand looks amazing though.
This is like in the dark game 1 on the play, like the perfect hand. Yeah. Like we don't have any removal, but we're definitely keeping this, right?
It is the perfect 1-2-3 play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because this is actually what flips Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Like pretty much automatically.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yep. I don't think they're gonna swing now.
They have to be playing Headliner themselves, yeah?
I would imagine so. least, why would you not swing?
That's a draw as well.
No, I would swing. I would definitely not swing.
Do we just delay now? Do we just...
No, I think we...
Like, I mean, delay swinging. Like, do we just play voice and pass?
I don't think so.
And set up for next turn?
I think we play Vantage here.
Because if we swing, he's just going to trade.
No, we can kill the creature with Torch and, like, trick him.
Okay.
I think we swing. He doesn't want to lose Vengeful Blood Witch. Actually, right here, we... Am I greedy?
Well, because if we fling Headliner, it doesn't work really.
Let's see what he wants to do. And now I think we just... Oh. Okay,
I mean,
so
we're cool with that trade, though.
We torch Vengeful Blood Witch.
You think so?
Yeah.
Instead of just second main this guy?
No, we're ahead. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think we have to use it yet. That's fine. Like, that token was going to die anyway. Sure, we got, you know, the life, but
yeah,
I think this is what we want, because next turn...
Yeah, we want to do the thing.
Yeah, next turn...
And now we have the opportunity to still do it.
Yeah. I think this is great, because then... Oh, this is...
Yep. They get to put the top card of the library if they want to.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, and then everything they have is going to be haste. For the next
Heck
two turns. It's a very good card.
This is what we want to torch now, right?
Probably. But I don't know if we're actually going to.
Okay. Well, we don't want to necessarily this turn. We still want to keep... I think we still just keep playing to the board unless they do something.
Yeah.
What's nice, too, with voice, of course, is if they're debating towards the tower right now, they have to decide. Because they will have no choice, you know?
Yep.
We have a hate bear.
To do it right now.
Yep.
Or this is the other one I was...
yeah, Final Vengeance.
Vengeance, yep.
Okay.
Okay. Courtyard.
So, again, now we have other options, too, because we can double spell if we don't want to Sephiroth this turn.
They're not going to block.
Yeah, so we can swing.
Let me swing. Delightful. So now we Sephiroth. We just want to draw more cards. Back a token. Produce a threat. And a little life back.
Alright.
Alright, let's see what your haste creature is. Giving Sephiroth haste is pretty cool, though. There he is.
Yeah. So they can swing and sack the Headliner and kill our Sephiroth, of course.
Yeah. That would be sad. They're gonna do it.
That's what they should do, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're looking at it. Sadness. Oh, you lose a life for that, so take that. Alright, we take 4.
Yeah, but we have a torch, which is really good.
I don't think we
probably torch the Blood Witch.
Yeah, we definitely torch the Blood Witch.
Okay, yeah, they draw cards.
Alright.
Okay.
This is Courtyard up. And I think we play Blood Witch and Torch here.
Yeah, Blood Witch and Torch with our token.
Yep.
So we swing 2. They take 2, and then we can bargain this guy.
Yep, because the upkeep, they're gonna have their creature dies.
Scry, and that's a good card.
We like that.
Absolutely. That's gonna let us play one of these Dirtlers and draw a card, or sack our one thing second main phase.
Yep. I got another one. This one gets haste because the other one.
Neat. These are great.
They're cool.
They're 2 mana, so that's not a bad creature at all.
No, it's not.
Oh man, and they get one of these?
Well, yeah, that's what they hit up the top. I didn't sacrifice their Penhilder to do anything. Unless
True.
They play another one.
True.
They could play another creature, you know. They didn't.
Okay, cool. Great.
Play the starting town, I guess, right? Or do you want a Midgard first?
No, I think we do this is okay with me.
Okay.
Yeah, because, I mean, if we draw any... Basically, all of our lands are tapped at this point in the game.
Most of them, yeah.
You know, we made that kind of deck construction decision, but that's okay. But we can swing these and see if he even does anything, and I'm kind of fine with whatever happens.
Sure.
Just not this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, good save. I don't think they're gonna block. They're probably not gonna block. I'd be very surprised. Wow, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they block.
And then we can do this right now, and then second main phase play whichever Girdle creature we want.
Very true. Another life lost for you.
Okay. I guess this guy.
Yep. Alright, looking good. Another voice in our hand.
Hey!
GG.
Alright.
Gave up.
It's kind of the mirror. Stick around, let's talk about it. down goes the mirror match, or somewhat.
Yeah.
They're not Mardu, but they're certainly a sacrifice deck. I mean, they're playing Infestation Sage, and they're playing the, you know, +1, -1, draw 2 cards, desperate. But yeah, Stadium Headliner. Is it Brynhilde?
Brynhilde, yeah.
Brynhilde is cool.
Brynhilde is cool. I thought about
That's a cool card.
It's not a 2-for-1. I think that the issue with the Rakdos deck is you don't have voice, which is crazy enough. You don't have voice and you don't have like an infinite sack outlet.
Yeah,
like
Bartholomew.
Which is, those are 2 huge pieces, which is, I mean, we talked about it in the deck tech, but that's why I wanted it to be just 3 colors, because you only get the best bang for your buck with 3 colors.
That's the thing, is the fixing is there, and there's so many like powerful spells when you add the white in. So we're going to continue to see if we can match up. Maybe we'll get a heavy hitter from the meta like Prowess next.
We'll find out. Check it out. On the play, let's go. I like it.
We can keep it. We just don't have white, but we don't have white spells in our hand.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. I mean, if we see a curve, are we ever going to turn it down?
No.
I don't know. Probably not.
This is a good hand. It's not amazing, but it's good. Like, obviously, we don't have our, like, heavy hitters. I will say Alicia's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, this is a good card.
But we don't have, like, a Sephiroth, we don't have Voice, and we don't have Stadium Headliner, which are our best cards.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? Sometimes you just manifest things.
You do.
Wait, hold up.
What?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
You want delayed gratification here?
I think I want delayed gratification here. Maybe not. Maybe not. God, it's hard to choose.
It's hard to choose because, dude, if we top
like,
deck, if we top deck like Starting Town,
I don't
and
care
kept
about
this would, you know.
Yeah, I don't care about Blood Witch on turn 2 though. Here, I think I really want one of these 2 turn 3 creatures. So yeah, I think maybe our comes down.
Let's do it. I normally really try to squeeze every ounce of value out of this and wait, but in this scenario, we don't know what the top of our deck is.
Yeah.
We need to be disciplined and make sure that we're going to have this on turn 3. Very interesting.
They have a greedy mana base for sure here.
This is perhaps eyeball.
Oh, you're probably correct. Okay. All right, well, there's our black-white creature. Sephiroth, come on down after this. Oh, swing first. Come on down.
Sack a Sage, get a bug, draw a card, get the value. There you go. So now we really do want a white source. We're going to get to the point in the game where we're going to draw more white spells. So, but this is a way to get there.
True.
You know, use the reactor raid. I don't know. We have a plethora of options. We really do.
Yeah.
Because if we just draw a land naturally...
Not my boy!
Yeah. Oh, Helix too. It's annoying.
Reset their life total.
They're just, perhaps just a control deck, but we know very little.
Not with that many
Triple Surveil.
They're definitely eyeball. No questions.
All right, well, we drew a white mana.
We play that, right? We definitely play that. We play that, and I think we play Alicia. Bring back the little dum-dum. We have the trigger. This way we can swing her next turn and bring back Sephiroth.
Right.
Get a little guy.
If you want to laugh at fate, play this deck.
I love this creature. She's so good.
Very strong. It's a cool one for being in Foundations too, you know?
Yeah, it'll be around for a while. It was also cool because it like came out before Cons, and it totally is a Cons creature. Goodness.
More Helixes.
All right.
Yay. Well.
At least we can stick Bartholomew and start sacking the things they target.
Right.
There's your starting town.
Not bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess we double spell this turn.
We just play it, yeah, double spell up.
Let's play this. I think we actually play both of these pre-combat.
We do, because if they have another removal, we're like, come on. Yeah, they do. Look at that. They definitely have removal. Okay.
Hey, nice. All right.
We go to combat.
Get in for 2. You try to do anything, we're going to sack it. This is still, you know, a super appealing reason to be playing Boros of any combination, you know?
So good. Helix is so good.
Such a classic Magic card. All right.
Okay, they're definitely on it. Well, on this note, we sack everything.
Yeah, just everything pretty much.
Because we can get it back from the graveyard easier than we can from 10 block down. I'm trying to think if we don't have any way to kill 10 block down in the main.
No Ruthless Lawbringers in the main.
Just ping them out. Yep. Ping
Do we want to leave this under there? Like you said, though, we have nothing that we can do, right?
Yeah. We just want to give them the damage for it.
This is a shame because now we don't have anything to reactor raid with, and that's what I was wanting to do next turn.
We got punished. Bug down. I mean, if you were going to respond, you should have done it already.
Yeah. But, you know, it is one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't, because your opponent goes to respond, and then before that resolves, then you sack everything anyway.
Sack the Blood Witch. And the end. You get Bartolome. Congratulations.
Yep. All right.
Damn.
Yep.
All right. Pass. We are flooding.
Yep, we just need one, you know, little dirtler and turn it into some cards, like a...
Our deck is gassed, though. We have, like, if we just dual draw, what is that?
Rediscover the way. Look at the top 3, put one into your hand, the rest on the bottom. You get to do that twice.
You're right, this is a...
control deck.
Control deck, indeed. I think we play that and just sack them.
I do think we have to turn it into cards, yeah. Oh, goodness.
Don't counterspell
Really?
it. Do it. Yay! It resolves.
Yeah. Okay. That was worth, and then we get this land. Alright, churning through our deck, but yep, we're going to want to draw, like, the Dewdrop Cure that's in the main.
That's huge. Another
Desperate Measures would be fine, because we would turn this into cards.
True. Alicia would also be cool.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Good. Yeah, both of those would be good. But yeah, Dewdrop Cure would be insane right now, because we'd get a bunch of these things.
I think our worst card in the deck is probably the one we're going to draw, and if we do, I'm going to be so mad. I'm not going to say it.
Well, we've already got 2 of the Torch Towers that seem pretty irrelevant.
That's all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next draw? Okay, that was a good draw.
Yeah.
I was worried about it being Zahur. Zahur would have been so bad on this board.
Well, it would start our engines at least.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well,
so, I don't know. What do we lead with?
Sage first.
Yeah.
Sage, then Witch, and then Headliner. And then pray they don't have another one of those.
Whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature gains double strike. Yep.
That's not even relevant, I guess. I mean, no. Yeah, we paid 4? We don't have 4.
No,
we just,
they counter it.
Yeah, that's fine. My Blood Witch.
But yeah, they're Chicoing.
Yeah, Chico's cool. We have a double Torch Tower, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Because we can do one without bargain, and then we can sack this and do the other one bargained.
Well, so we're looking rough here. We're playing against the
yeah. I mean, our opponent's got
deck.
6 cards in hand now.
Uber control.
So we need like Ruthless Lawbringer, we need Duress, and we need the Urbrax Forge and the other Dewdrop Cures. And we just have to balance, like, you know, it's going to dilute our deck in some ways, but we'll get a lot of consistency.
Yeah, so I'll talk about it when we go to sideboard. There's a way I like to play around decks like this, because that's all you really can do. I mean, I guess play the Caves. I think at this point we just go next game. I don't think we have a way out of this. Like, we can sack our creatures and then have nothing.
They have, like, so much gas, too, in hand.
Alright, so, if I may... when I typically play matches like this, I take out the things that kill our creatures. Like, Desperate Measures, we don't want to be...
Even though it draws cards,
we need more creatures.
Yeah.
Than we need that.
Okay.
And I want our creatures to live, so we go those. And these are... I actually don't love Ruthless.
Yeah, we don't need it. Forge is good, and the Cures are good, probably.
Cures are good, and the Forge are good, yes. I take out more sack outlets because we don't want to sack as much. We're trying to keep things alive more. And we definitely don't need double torch.
Yeah.
That's something what I would do. I mean, what do you think?
I think, let me look.
I like Sephiroth because he draws cards. That's one of the only ones where I'm like, I just always feel weird about it. And I'm okay with taking out, like, maybe not all in on the Dewdrop Cures. Maybe more like that.
Yeah, I think...
We can also drop a Midgar.
I was about to say the only thing.
So I think I
think Zahur is still good because it's good against Lightning Helix. But I mean, it can't sack itself. But
we can put that in. Put that in.
But I don't know.
Take out a Mako.
You think so?
Yeah, because Mako's bad in this match. We don't have things to sacrifice. We can't afford to sacrifice to this deck.
Well, but once we have this going, we do.
I mean, I would assume they're going to find a way to get rid of it. Like, kill the creature you want to sack. So, I'm totally fine with getting out Midgar, which is why I took out the Desperate Measures. This is how I typically play against these decks, and it does...
Well, let's just try this as is, then. Let's see what this does. I don't like trimming too much of the, you know, refill your hand things, because otherwise, depending on the sequence of the match, they'll just gas us out.
True.
But let's see. We need a strong hand. This is a strong hand.
Having
Nice.
Urbras Forge from the start is
Yeah,
huge.
this is great.
I do think we have to play the Midgar if we don't find a land.
On turn 2, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Or do you want to lead with it?
I think we lead with it, actually.
Okay.
Kind of awkward.
That's fine.
No. Because we do draw the land, we're in good shape. So yeah, play the Sage.
Alright. Let's just chill. I mean, this is really good, honestly, this hand.
Right, land, come on. There you go.
Do we play our sack outlet then now?
Yeah, play Bartolome.
Just in case they
try to kill something, we can do something about it. And we can start sacking the
Also,
forge.
this is, I was about to say, this is like the aggro. This is the aggro start. They may have
a counter spell?
Yep.
I think we play around it.
What, play like dirtlers and stuff like this, plus a dirtler?
Yeah, I think play starting town and yeah, play the dumb creatures.
Yeah.
Play dirtle creatures, yeah. Like, make them do something, you know? Make your move. We sack our things. We make it bigger.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hang on.
It'll only ever be...
It'll only get a 3. Because you sack one, gets the counter. Sack another one, gets the counter. Then it's at 3. Riverino, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, don't play 10 block down. Or do, actually.
If they do, we'll resolve this at least. And then we have this plus this to refill.
Yep.
Could be worse.
Nope.
Hey, they didn't even have it.
I think we play Vantage here. And then we just swing. I don't think we play Forge yet. I really don't.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, they can just counter it.
Yep.
They can have no more lies, or they already showed the dragon one.
Like, I'm fine with taking a turn offline. It's like 1 damage just to stick the card, you know?
I mean, I think we could go for this.
I think we can go for that. Yeah,
Make them counter it.
Back into Zumi. It's so mid. It's so mid.
Which also, the way that this reads, what's nice is you don't have to sack as an additional cost. Okay. So, okay, they just do that.
We can sack our token.
Yeah.
I think we can sack these
now. Cool.
Even better. Hey.
Alright. Well,
next turn we can probably Bartolome and Urbras Forge. Oh, no, we can't. We have tap lands.
Oh, they're tapping out.
Stocking up. Find their land.
Oh, probably. They have to.
Yeah, like, come on. Alright, so now we actually got there. Forge is huge, and they probably don't have a removal for it. The temptation's real, but I think we still go
goodness,
Forge.
There's so much to do.
We go Forge.
Yeah.
We play Mako.
I guess we just do this.
Explore it up.
Might as
Put
well.
it on the
stage.
Yeah, make it a bigger target. They're both. Doesn't matter really. No, didn't matter at all. Yeah, 3 damage.
Alright.
You're dead.
I wish. Alright, so yeah, we've got a lot going on now, but you know, so do they. They have when you're playing against Jeskai control and they have 7 cards in hand on turn 5, you don't feel great.
We'll say we get to flip Sephiroth, and Bartolome is huge next. I think getting the emblem in general is just one of those things that can beat the control deck. Oh my god, Elastial Core. We play Cave.
Yeah.
We play Cave for sure. We have the mana to do all. We have the mana to do 2.
Two spells.
I think we're on...
Oof, this is tough.
This is tough, but I think we are on... God, we play Bartolome here. Yeah.
And then what? Go to combat?
Yep.
Go to combat with hopes of second main phase resolving Sephiroth, right?
Yes, sir. They're questioning it. They're like, oh man, this is... We're putting them on a lot of pressure, which is good. Yeah.
Trigger the Forge. Alright, they let it happen.
Swing on out for 4 damage. I mean, I don't really want to play another creature, but he replaces himself, so it's just good to. So play Sephiroth, sack a Forge token.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to that.
I don't even know if we need to flip him here. I don't think we do. No, that's unfortunate. You've countered our good...
I mean, we kind of thought that was going to happen.
We messed up.
Oh, we can do it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I missed the trigger.
Yeah.
My bad. I have misplayed. Tapping a spacebar. Well, didn't matter anyways.
All right, well, we're going to attempt to ride Forge to victory here.
Yeah, that's really it. It goes good. Yep, shoot us in the head for 3. You're going to kill a creature?
Either way. They should kill a creature, but yeah, that's fine. All right, we need something to interact with that.
A little late there for us.
Yeah.
Do it.
What you got?
Would have been nice to have last turn. Yeah, we
I got 2 River Regents. So this is good.
Yeah, we do it. I think we play it last and then pump it last.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, we are drawing so many lands. We got more than the control deck. Yay, we keep it on top. It's actually a good card. Hot dog. Well, that's your turn.
Yeah.
I mean, do we just swing our creatures? We swing out.
Sure, yeah. Force damage.
Because the damage from the last matter. I mean, obviously you're blocking the big boy.
They should block the mercenary thing.
They should block the mercenary. They get the most value from blocking the mercenary.
Because next turn the mercenary means that this will be a 5.
Yep. No.
Because, right, it'd be a 4/1, and then we give it +1/+0.
Oh, sorcery speed only.
Well, yeah, but
it comes in.
Oh, this is right at combat? Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Read the outlaw.
Yeah, I mean, it is activate only a sorcery,
you can't
but
do it during combat.
Yeah, okay.
They know there's another forge coming, though, so they're in it.
In it to win it, baby.
No, there's no winning for them. You have to look for ants. Oh, you're just playing a fatty.
Yeah, I mean, they get to bounce things.
That's very good. That's very good. Not the Raz Forge. Oh my goodness, that's the one thing that matters. I guess we're in the position where
we can cast everything, though.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we can't play it all.
So
we can play 2 forges, but I think we still want to play.
I think we play a last first.
Yeah.
I think we play a last and then a forge. Yeah. Boy, if we had. Yeah, I wish we had more mana. That's unfortunate. Do we just swing out again? No, it's not worth it, is it?
Well, we can swing that.
Yeah,
because this doesn't matter.
You have to block it. You take 1.
Yep.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, I mean, they're at 6.
They're gonna bounce it again. They're the same play as last time.
But then this turn we can. Okay, they don't. They choose not to.
They choose to draw some cards.
Yeah. But this turn we can. If they were to bounce it, this turn we could actually play 3 of these because we did our tap land. So we are wanting to draw like Dewdrop Cure would be sick. Oh, I mean, we might like win on the spot.
So would the lady. What's her name?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Yeah, we would win on the spot with Dewdrop Cure because we would get this. We would get this plus this maybe. Or we can't get 2, but it'd be this, and this. Yeah, and we'd just be able to sack everything.
That'd be so huge.
Yeah, we just win.
All right, they have that. Go back in their library. Oh, that's sad.
Yep, Vigi is good. Come on, not a land. Yay! Okay, there we go.
So play both.
Yeah. Yeah, they've only got 1 mana, so
I'm not worried about Spell Pierce here.
We have to swing first because this is raid.
Well, we're swinging with the Forge.
Yeah.
I guess Forge is. Is it Forge or Forges?
Multiple. Forges.
I think it's Forges, yeah. Swing both.
Yeah.
Oh, we have so many good plays here. We can get Sephiroth back if we hit on this. So we play this and then explore onto it. Because it's based off of power.
Money.
Yo, I think we
can keep it because if we swing into them and they have to block, then we get to do it again.
Do it again then, yeah.
Do you want to put it on a bug then, or just make this a 4?
Make it as big as we can.
Because then we can also put this counter here.
Yep. And then now we're going to get the trigger, get the Sephiroth. And then we can sack
a bug.
Or sack... we have to be able to block.
Sack the bug. These are fly. Oh, we do have to be able to block, I guess, at some point.
Sack the outlaw.
Alright. Draw that.
Your time is expiring, my friend.
Yeah, they're at 5.
The Forge alone.
Oh,
I'm gonna be sad when that rotates. I like the
it's a fun card. This is a tough matchup. If we can win this matchup, like that's crazy. We block the 6.
Yeah.
Drain them. Go to 4. Tick tick tick. Yeah. Oh no, that card. So they have to.
Imagine if they can find a.
Yeah, they have to discard a 4-drop.
But they still take a smack of damage from that.
And then we still have another Alicia. Like, don't we just win?
I think we still win.
Probably.
As long as they don't have like infinite counter spells, I'm pretty sure we just win. Well, we'll check the graveyard, because if they blow up this board, like.
Well, all we have to.
Alicia.
Yeah,
they're dead.
Nice.
Like,
all we have to do is, I was about to say, all we have to do is get a Blood Artist, and then we're good. Do we want the 3rd one of these? I kind of do.
I think I do.
Do you trim a Sephiroth?
No, his draw was good.
Trim one of these.
Midgar.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't like Midgar against counterspells.
But it doesn't matter. It's like that's what I was pointing out, is you don't have to sack as an additional cost.
It's just a 3-mana card that gets countered. It's just really bad for mana efficiency.
This could be a 3-mana card that gets countered. Yeah. I see a flaw in your argument.
Well, you also have to sack a creature.
You don't have to. If they counter this, it says you may.
No, I know. I meant like this is permanent. This is not permanent. That's my argument with that.
Yeah. I disagree, but we can disagree and get this in there for that. It's kind of like it's just more value, you know. Yeah.
I'm fine with keeping draw spells, but I think Sephiroth's better than Midgar.
Yeah. We're down to you know, when we take Desperate Measures out, we're down to 1 of those effects now in the whole deck. Right?
4 Sephiroths.
Well, yeah, but other than that, I guess. Okay, this is a keep though. I mean, we don't have, because this is red, so we have everything.
Yeah, this is not. Fun. We just want to find.
It's not land. Perfect, but yeah,
we'll find a land. We got this.
Yeah.
Double set headliner is huge. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we go turn 1 headliner, turn 2 headliner Nezumi.
Yeah, we are on the draw.
Good.
So,
or
do we do this on turn 2? Is it faster? Which is faster?
I think the creatures, because if we can play multiple headliners, we start getting that trigger like crazy. I will say, we thought their deck was the eyeball because of how many Surveillance they run, but they run a ton of them.
Yeah. So we just do like you said, these 2.
Oh man, I think on this one we go Midgar.
Okay.
Or having turn 3 Sephiroth is huge. I think we do that.
Okay.
Oh man, that's so.
So we can still play a 1-mana play with it.
I think we
can play another one.
I think we play Midgar Stadium. This way we can get like a ton of triggers from Sephiroth when we actually, if they don't blow up our headliners. I mean, to be fair, this alone is enough to like win the game.
Because yeah,
that was expected.
Yeah, I guess we probably should have swung first. But it doesn't make much of a difference. But they might have let the damage go through. Is the only thing.
Yeah, possibly. That's true. That was the better line, but I still don't think it mattered much. After seeing us play Midgard, they're probably like, "Oh yeah, he's just gonna play another Dirtle creature," and that's what we did. No, I got greedy. But,
well, you never know. But let's swing first because I want to see if this.
Do they really have another Helix? That sucks.
Well, they let this trigger go on the stack, so now. But see, this is putting them in a hard position. If they want a Helix now, then we get to resolve Sephiroth.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
So.
Yeah, now we get the. That's crazier.
Exactly, right? Because we still get the token.
Yep. It swings.
We play a thing.
And replaced it. It's like, what?
Well, because it's like if they had a counter spell, then they would have had to wait.
Yep.
Oh,
and
nice.
2-drop cure is huge.
Yeah, because these guys can come back.
I get both of them and don't have to give them anything. I mean, another one. Jeez.
Yeah, sometimes your opponent draws 3 Lightning Helix in a game.
All right. I guess we're on play a 1-drop and a 2-drop cure.
Or we just play and 2 1-drops.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's do that because I think they're going to try to counterspell us here.
So I think
they were so hesitant to play other things. Like, look at the trigger. They're like, oh.
And they don't. Well, no, they can have a counterspell.
Yeah, they can have the counter for 2 or less. I think Bartholomew's fine to die. We can just get it back with 2-drop cure.
Right.
We almost want them to counter it. We're inviting.
Yeah, because you don't want them to counter 2-drop cure instead.
Yep, there it is. Okay, I don't feel so bad about it. Here's a dummy. Have a dummy rat.
All right, they're down to 3 cards in hand. Like, we have gas. But they're at 27, which is insane. They've gained
9 life.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can go to combat, right?
Yeah, I mean, do we want to just keep throwing these out and wait longer on this?
No, I think we need to actually have a game plan. Well, I see your point there. Maybe... No, you're right. Play... I'm torn. I would very much like to have...
I mean, we have 2 more of these in the deck now, but if this does get countered, it's annoying.
I think we want to play it, because if they have Graveyard Hate, we are going to be upset.
Okay.
So yeah, play that.
We give them a card, right? We want all 3? We want 3 dudes, or you just want 2 dudes? We can get Bartolome and 2 headliners.
We want all the cards, right?
Right.
Isn't that right? Like, we want all these cards. They're all good cards. I mean, that's not a good sign.
Well, we know they have an instant speed something to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have anything. They could have a Torch the Tower. They could have Get Lost. They could have Counter Spells. They could have the 4th one of these.
Yes.
They let it happen.
Play the Sage. Maybe that was greedy. Maybe we shouldn't have played the Sage.
We're saying if you have Temp Lockdown, we probably lose, but, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, that resolves. We can't stop it. Yep. Take 2.
25.
Here's our dumb 1/1s.
If they have Shiko, they can't play it this turn.
Rolling Dragonstorm. Roiling Dragonstorm. Do they have a temp lockdown? They don't have the mana. Hot dog.
Oh, they had to drop a stock up. That's kind of scary.
That's crazy. I think we just pump the
man.
pump the all on the line breaker. Let him be the breaker of the line. That's. I don't think I want it.
Not right now.
I think we graveyard that. Do it again.
See another card. We want like an Alicia or
The land.
a land.
Play the land.
Play Blood Witch?
Swing? No, I don't think we play anything right now.
You think we have to ride this board?
No, we'll play Blood Witch. I just meant like let's swing first.
Okay.
Now we play Blood Witch because we're gonna get 2 triggers a turn. Plus we gain some life back.
All right. You better have a sweeper soon. I mean, this is like 2 turns of this, and you're dead.
Yes. Beza.
Okay.
They just swing and kill Beza with a stadium headliner.
Absolutely.
I don't care about your fish.
Sure.
Goodness. We can just play this one and use this one to sack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just do that. That's just a kill spell. 3 mana, but it's amazing because now we get to keep the other ones.
We're here to take your lunch money, opponent.
Not the big guy. Yes. Block with some fish. Yep. Dang.
Alright.
If only we had a Sephiroth there.
Oh, I know.
All the triggers. 2 more. We don't play the Voice of Victory. It would be overextending.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tempting, of course, but you know, we're in a position right now where
we don't
they have to answer our board still. I mean, it's only swinging for okay. Yeah, swing out.
Jeez.
All right.
We play a land and we just pray to the heavens that they don't find an answer.
Even if they just go temp lockdown, like we play this and this is lethal.
Yeah. That's why it's like, there it is, we got there,
control
let's go.
Goes down.
And control goes down.
I did not think we would get there. I just thought that this is such an uphill battle, but we had just a great mix of recursion and persistence.
Yeah, shit. The persistence is real because I mean, if you think about the persist cards, oh man, can you imagine if persist was legal in standard?
Oh wow,
maybe,
yeah,
maybe the next Lauren comes around.
We'd have a field day with that sandbox, but yeah, our opponent went Lightning Helix your thing, Lightning Helix your thing, Lightning Helix your thing, and they proceeded to never have any of their most impactful cards like Shiko.
Yeah.
And they also never had Temp Lockdown.
Nope.
And so if that's how they're relying on beating us, we got
we
we got news for you.
It's unfortunate for them. We even did it with just the Dirtle creatures. We didn't even have a sack outlet. They wouldn't let us have one.
Yeah.
Didn't have a Sephiroth. We just beat them with 1/1s.
Yeah, we just went wide, and they never swept the board. So that's the moral of the story. That can just sometimes happen against what I think would be what we would consider one of our harder matchups.
Yeah, definitely one of our worst matchups. Anything with Temp Lockdown is going to be insanely rough for us to beat. So, with that being said, stick around for the recap.
Welcome back to the recap. That's a tasty 3-0. We got to play against a lot of cool decks. Our opponents got to flip Sephiroth for us. We got to beat Control.
We did.
So we did a lot, and this deck is really spicy.
We really got to do a lot. There's some things to talk about, though. I'm still torn on a few cards. I mean, this deck I'm going to be testing with for a long time. I absolutely adore a cool Aristocrats deck. You don't get them in Standard all the time. They're honestly few and far between in the past few years.
Sure.
You really have to try to make them work, and to be fair, they haven't done so well lately. This is the best I think it's been in a long time.
I would agree with that.
Granddaddy Sephiroth himself.
Also, if you can tell us in the comments why the soldier is capital in his name, I would love to know.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll have to pull that one up. Yeah, we're not Final Fantasy fans to that degree. I've played a few of the games. Excuse me, played a few of the games. I don't really know all the stories for all the games, but cool stuff. So the card we've talked about before, we're going to talk about Desperate Measures right off the bat.
Okay.
I like the card, and I'm torn on it when it comes to playing against like control decks, because I want more gas. I want more creatures.
Yeah, we disagreed there.
But I also want to be able to draw 2 cards if they target my creature.
Exactly. Yeah. So to me, we have in this 60 here, 2 of these that are draw spells and 2 of these that are draw spells. My argument is that you would not want to trim any of those. But it is hard, because then what all are you bringing in, and are those going to be upside? Like, for example, if you're going up to 3 Dewdrop Cures, 2 Urbrax Forge, and you want Duress as well, that's a lot of cards.
Yeah, it's a lot of non-creature cards.
A lot of non-creature cards, so that's 7. Now, you could maybe make the argument that, like, well, these are creatures to the sense that, I mean, that's what they do.
Technically becoming one.
So, like, when I tested it, I found myself doing things like, if I wanted those 7 cards against the control deck, I would take out 2 Torch the Towers, and then I would trim like one-ofs of a bunch of things. Like, I would trim 1 of Blood Witch, 1 of Bartolome, 1 of Sephiroth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
1 of
No, I agree with that.
Thing.
And in my experience playing the deck, I do the same thing where I take out 1-ofs, but I traditionally try to take out 1-ofs that sacrifice things, because you're already playing against control is already playing like an uphill battle.
Right, so like 1 of Sephiroth, 1 of Bartolome, 1 of Zahur.
Yep, 1 of these. And sometimes 2 Sephiroths according to how aggressive their controlling is.
Like, Sephiroth's is amazing, of course, but when you are playing against a hardcore control deck that has all the removal, like, they're going to answer it.
Yeah, and it feels really bad when you get kind of blown out because you sacked everything to Bartolome, or you just kind of or you just have like too few threats because you sacrifice things to get like 1 surveil trigger, which is never worth.
Yeah. Now, the cards I find that I'm like never trimming is like Voice of Victory or Stadium Headliner for whatever reason. I feel like I've never had a good reason to side those out.
I don't think you ever do. I don't think you ever take out Voice of Victory. I don't think you ever take out Stadium Headliner. And traditionally, I don't think you take out Lasso Core or Blood Witch.
Yeah, because the life gain.
They're kind of the reason you win the game, and you don't realize that that's what's happening.
Sure.
You're like, oh, I did a ton of damage. No, they did a ton of damage.
Yeah.
You didn't swing, you just had your creatures die.
Yeah, like 1/1s, they're poking in, but the only reason that it is a reasonable clock is because they're doing 2 damage at a time rather than 1.
Exactly.
Because the tokens die. I could see, like, in some sideboard scenarios, you going from 3 Alicias to 2 if you had to get another one because they're legend.
I was just about to say the same thing. If they're running exile effects, she's a lot worse.
Sure, yeah, and we did see that against the Rakdos opponent because they were playing Torch the Tower.
Or if they have like a ton of like graveyard hate for some reason, she's a lot worse.
I've also been seeing people playing Legions to Ashes, which is a 3-drop exile removal spell as well.
Yeah,
that
would be
that
upsetting.
Does make this not as powerful, so keep those things in mind. But so where do you come down on it? Like, I don't know.
I think I do take it out against control.
I would never run more than 2 of these.
No,
but
I don't think I'll ever take them out.
Good.
I don't take them out of the deck. If you are wanting to run more removal, we saw it in one of our matches. Oh no, I just remembered it. It was the
Rakdos opponent?
Yeah, it was the sacrifice a creature, and exile.
Final Vengeance.
Final Vengeance. But
Yeah.
worthy cost is better because it hits Planeswalker.
Yeah, worthy cost is just straight up better.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah. Shouts to our
played
friend
this,
Ryan.
I think we played this in our past, in the past build. We had these in, but I don't think it's necessary in the current meta. Torch of the Tower just seems to be a little bit better. Plus, it's instant speed. While worthy cost is cool, it can kill planeswalkers. Maybe in the next set we'll find out when we kill Tezzeret.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing against a bunch of like really big toughness creatures and you feel like you're losing the race somehow, because that's the thing with this deck. Even if your opponent sticks like a 5 or 6 toughness creature, I think you just most of the time get to attack into them, and it doesn't even matter. They kill your best creature, and you're still just doing enough damage, and then things die, and you get all the triggers, and they die.
Yeah, I mean,
at least normally, that's what I'm seeing. You know, it has to be a big lifelink creature for it to be that scary.
Very true. And that does exist with the vampire, but we haven't played against that. I will say, if you don't have Zahurs or some rares or something like 2-drop slots, this is a cool 2-drop slot. I haven't tested, but I think is cool with the deck. Menace is good, and being able to cast your opponent's cards is kind of cool. It's a sacrifice outlet if you do want to cast their cards.
Yeah,
it's just
cool.
It's a weirder one. Just one of the ones I wanted to point out. I don't know. I don't have any as far as updates to the deck from the main board. Sorry, I messed up.
Yeah, I like this list.
The list is right where I want it to be, and after those games, I still feel the same way. The sideboard is, I would say, like probably 90% there.
Yeah, 90% tuned.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it in the deck tech. It's like Urbrask's Forge. If we had a 17-card sideboard, sure, throw 2 more of those in there. But, you know, it's a hard balance because the card that I would be first inclined to trade it for would be Ghost Vacuum. But if you just get caught, you know, with your pants down against a graveyard deck, then it's really bad.
You're done for. I don't know. I think for me, Duress is one of those maybe cards.
Yeah, which is weird to say. It's like the elite sideboard card in the format, but at the same time, and some people are main decking it. We've talked about that with mono black control decks or mid range decks. But this is such a weird one for that because you almost are okay with your opponent having some of those like cards you would imagine are really good against you, like the Wraths and stuff.
Yeah, you're
almost okay with it because as long as they don't exile, then you can rebuild. And if you have something like Ruthless Lawbringer against Temp Lockdown, then you don't even care about that either.
Exactly.
Like I could see Get Lost. I could see Get Lost over Duress since some number.
Part of me wants to run like another Forge and another Lawbringer. And,
if you did, and then like one of Get Lost, and then you would have like insulation against Temp Lockdown.
You would, and you would have way more power against the control builds. But I don't see control builds enough. Usually we play against mid-range and aggro decks on the channel. Just out of our experience.
I mean, just by the numbers of the format, it is still the Monstrous Rage format. Now, granted, at the time of recording this, we could have some big shakeups in Standard, but we'll see.
We'll see. Everything changes on the following Tuesday, so be prepared for that.
Yeah.
So this is the deck. We hope you liked it. Jake, anything else you want to say here?
Well, what I would like to say is I would encourage our fans here at the Cloudpost to continue sharing the channel with your friends. We've been so happy with the growth and, you know, just sustained viewership that we have, you know, cultivated with you guys. And without further ado, I want you to know that you need to download this deck. You need to play the decks of the Cloudpost. So Blake will put the link in the description of this video. It's going to take you to Aether Hub. It's a simple click. Have this on your very own arena, and you can start flipping Sephiroth yourself.
That you certainly can. And with that being said, we will catch you next Friday.